Have you ever felt like you're walking on eggshells around someone? Or found yourself apologizing for things you didn't even do? We all like to believe we're the captains of our own ship, fully in control of our thoughts and decisions. But what if I told you that one of the most powerful forms of control is completely invisible? It doesn't come with loud arguments or obvious threats. It's a quiet, creeping influence that makes you question your own sanity, your own memories, your own reality. This is the subtle art of psychological manipulation, and today we're going to shine a light on it, so you can reclaim your power. Manipulation isn't about brute force, it's about subtle influence. It can weave its way into any relationship with a partner, a friend, a co-worker, or even a family member. It often starts so small you barely notice it. A casual comment that plants a seed of guilt, a backhanded compliment that leaves you feeling confused, a tiny twist of your words that makes you second-guess what you actually said. Before you know it, you start changing your behavior, not because you want to, but to keep the peace, to avoid that uncomfortable feeling, to prevent that look of disappointment. This is the core of psychological control. A manipulator doesn't need to raise their voice. They just need to understand you. They learn your insecurities, your deepest fears, and your fundamental need to be loved and accepted. And then, like a puppeteer, they gently pull those strings, not to lift you up, but to control you. So, how would you spot this invisible puppeteer? Let's talk about the hidden signs of emotional manipulation. Pay close attention and see if any of this resonates with you. First, a pervasive sense of guilt. You feel responsible for their moods, their happiness, their failures. If they're upset, you automatically assume it's your fault and scramble to fix it. Second, you find yourself constantly saying, "I'm sorry." You apologize for having feelings, for needing something, for taking up space. The apology becomes a reflex, a tool to diffuse tension before it even starts. Third, and this is a big one, you start to doubt your own mind. This is often called gaslighting. You question your memory of events. Did that really happen, or am I just being too sensitive? You start to believe their version of reality over your own because it's just easier. Finally, you feel an overwhelming fear of disappointing them. Their approval becomes more important than your own well-being. You silence your own needs and desires to keep them happy, losing pieces of yourself in the process. If any of this sounds painfully familiar, please hear me. You are not weak. This is a result of psychological conditioning, and recognizing it right here, right now, is the first and most crucial step toward freedom. So what do you do once the light bulb goes on and you realize you're in a manipulative dynamic? The key is to change the game. Manipulators thrive on your emotional reactions, your anger, your hurt, your defensiveness. That's their fuel. The moment you stop giving them that fuel, their power fizzles out. So, stop reacting. Stop defending yourself and trying to explain your side of the story. You don't need to win the argument. You just need to exit the arena. Instead of engaging, become an observer. When they try to push a button, notice it without letting it control you. A simple phrase like, "I'll have to think about that," or "I don't see it that way," can be incredibly powerful. It signals that you're no longer playing by their rules. You're taking back your attention, which is their greatest weapon. When you withdraw your emotional energy, their whole strategy collapses. It's not about fighting back. It's about stepping back and reclaiming your own mind. Remember this, your awareness is your armor. The more you understand these subtle tactics of control, the more fortified your inner world becomes. You learn to build boundaries not out of anger, but out of self-respect. You learn that your reality is valid, your feelings are important, and you do not need anyone else's permission to be yourself. This journey isn't always easy, but it is the path back to your authentic self. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the mind. If this video resonated with you or helped you see things more clearly, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. We're all about exploring the depths of psychology to empower your life. Until next time, stay aware and stay strong.